Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another review for the Star Wars The Bad Batch series, everybody. It's Friday, so every Friday we got a Bad Batch episode to review, everyone. So this episode picks up with our Bad Batch crew, and they're obviously still hanging out with Sid because she has them basically working for them, and they're getting money and stuff, and Sid actually kind of cuts them short on their earnings this time around when when they get back from their mission, and they're kind of like, what the hell, Sid? Like, thought you said this was going to be a equal fair opportunity for us. And Sid was talking about all of like the stuff that she's having to pay for because Wrecker and Omega always go celebrate after their mission and they get some food and stuff, so, and them flying in and out of ports and stuff. So Sid's like, well, I'm having to pay for all this, so, and you screwed up my big mission that I wanted you guys to go on to get the tactical droid. So Sid basically laid the law down with Hunter and told him straight up, like, well, I gotta figure out how to pay for some of this shit that you guys are doing. So yes. And then our mystery character that we barely got to see a shoulder of in last week's episode, I was completely wrong. I thought it might be a Jedi character. It most definitely was not a Jedi character. It was freaking Rex, everyone. That's right, from the Clone Wars. I love Rex, man. He's probably my favorite clone trooper from the Clone Wars animated show. He was there the entire time. Awesome shit. So Rex ends up going to Sid's bar to meet the Bad Batch, and he realizes there's something going on with Wrecker. And that was something I didn't bring up in last week's episode, was Wrecker got hit in the head and his inhibitor chip thingy started to activate, or it was trying to activate, because he was like, a good soldier follows orders, like, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to bring that up in last week's episode. So that's basically what this entire episode is about. So he notices that Wrecker is acting weird and stuff, and he's getting headaches, and Rex immediately is like, do you guys all still have your chips in your head, the Order 66? And Rex is freaked out because of what happened at the end of season 7 of the Clone Wars with him and Ahsoka, and all the clones turning on them on that freaking cruiser ship. And he freaking goes to grab his pistol and everything because he's expecting Wrecker to turn any moment. So he convinces them that they need to get that out. He's like, even if it hasn't activated or you haven't had any issues with it yet, like, you do not want to deal with that. You don't want to go down that line. We need to get these chips out of your guys' head. Trust me. And they kind of don't totally believe him at first. So he tells them, I will be in touch and I need you guys to meet me. So then we get on the ship with the Bad Batch, and they're heading to Bracca, which is basically a graveyard for starships. There's a bunch of the Republic Jedi cruiser starships that are there. It's just a graveyard for starships. And they meet Rex there. And it's cool to see Rex in his clone getup and everything. It was just awesome to see him in this episode with the Bad Batch again. It just was. It was a great episode. So yeah, and they go to one of the cruiser ships to the medical bay area to get these inhibitor chips out of their head. But, of course, right when they're trying to get Wrecker ready to get the procedure done, it turns on, and he freaking basically tries to kill all of them because he says they're violating Order 66 and they're traitors and against the Empire and all this shit. So then the Bad Batch gets to see what happens when that thing activates. When that chip activates, they can't control themselves at all. And it's nothing that they're doing, because when it's all said and done and they get it out of Wrecker, Wrecker apologizes to Omega because he was like choking her and everything, and like he said, I knew what I was doing. I couldn't stop myself though. I could not stop myself from doing that to you. And so the rest of them get the chip out, and they finally realize like what Rex was saying is totally true. And then after that, Rex goes off on his own way, and him and Hunter basically say, if you ever need anything, and then they're like, well, if you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. So hopefully this isn't going to be the last of Rex that we see, and maybe we might get to see a little Ahsoka, maybe, because she hangs out with Rex. So you never know, though. I don't know. And at the end of the episode, they totally get noticed by the guards that are floating around the graveyard. They totally get noticed, and they're like, alert the Empire. So I have a feeling in our next episode, the Bad Batch is going to be dealing with some Imperial shit when they try to leave Baraka, or when they're still down there. I don't know. So overall, pretty decent episode. It was cool to see them dealing with the inhibitor chips, and Wrecker turning and everything. It's kind of crazy is Crosshair has literally been like absent since like episode 3. Like they haven't shown him or nothing, which is very interesting. I thought that he most definitely would be in the show more, and I thought that they would be hunting them a little more. I'm not like disappointed or makes me dislike the show anymore, but it kind of surprises me. So who knows, everybody. So another solid episode of the Bad Batch, everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later, because I have spoken.